Okay, thoughts on Nicolas Cage?
I think he's a genius. I mean, he keeps getting hired for some reason, and it's not because of his hair.
I don't know. If I was in 70 films over 30 years and I spent each one talking at random volumes, I might accidentally win an Oscar.
And here we go. It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies.
All right, give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Do, 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 do. You're all I need to get by. Oh.
Nothing is better than a man and a woman. I can't remember the Method Man. Remember the Method Man?
Oh, man.
Come on,
Oh,
you know
I do
that
know
one,
that
man.
one.
You know that one. All right, welcome. I know you were doing Marvin Gaye, but I'm doing Method Man. Screw that. We're covering all the bases. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. Nerdy Bully. I'm host Leroy, aka Fubu for Comics, with my co-host.
Oh, hey, I'm not. This is Eli, aka
Yeah.
Fortune Wookie.
Oh no! Oh shit! What the fuck? No, man. Okay. I was gonna say, I honestly, it surprised me too for a second. You can turn it back on.
I forgot. I was unprepared. Yeah.
Oh, so you too comfortable over there. That's the problem. You are too relaxed. Okay. Yeah, we're back with the episode. Don't worry, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna fix it in post. Don't worry. And shout out to the third co-host, Bam, the AI. I'm really starting to hate AI, but you know what? That's okay. We're gonna just roll with it. That's all it is to it. And like I said, we got a light, easy breezy show. Hopefully, we always say that, but always crazy stuff happens. So we're gonna see how it goes from there. So, first thing we want to do is pay our due diligence.
Okay.
We're gonna say rest in peace to, and I think I got it. Yeah, James Van Der Beek.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So James Van Der Beek. Eli, I think you're off with this. Okay, I'm gonna just keep talking away. So, for those who don't know who James Van Der Beek is, no, his name is not Dawson or Dawson's Creek. He was Dawson on the show, but the show was not called. You know, he was not Dawson's Creek on the show. He was Dawson. That was it. So he was Dawson, and Eli, you kind of like this, even though your mic's off right there. We're gonna keep going. Even though you would like this, the problem with the show is that the more it went on, he thought he was the main character, but he wasn't the main character. Now I can. I don't know where you were a second ago, but
okay.
Yeah, I think you went out again. But yeah, so the main thing about this show is, yeah, you there again? Okay,
yeah, cool. I'm here.
All right, so the main thing about the show is that it started off, he was the main character. There you go. I hear you now. Yeah, he was the main character, wasn't the main character. Actually, the people in the back, it turns out the show was about everybody else but him. It turns out that he had a lot of learning to grow. The world doesn't revolve around him. He can't live his life through movies. And then it turns out the show actually ended with the two in the back getting married, even though he was in love with the girl on the right. So it was a really interesting show. Eli shocking nobody. I watched every episode of Dawson's Creek when it came on.
Well, good for you, because I never watched any.
You know. But that wasn't the only show he had. I'm not shocked about that. Also, another show. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. I don't know if you did or not. I know you kind of got away from those teeny bopper movies back in the 90s. But like I said, he was also in Varsity Blues.
Yeah, sorry, never seen it.
So yeah, that was a pretty popular show also. But that didn't shock me either. But the thing is, everybody in that movie, everybody became famous. You got like Paul Walker was in this movie. This movie kind of launched him. The funny thing about where you kind of noticed with the Fast and the Furious movies were made for Paul Walker. The whole movie was written for him, and then they got a guy that played off him. That's what they got Vin Diesel for. It was never about Vin Diesel. They weren't even thinking about Vin Diesel when they made the movie. So it's just funny how things go around like that. But even though we said all that, like we said about Dawson's Creek, and we talked about Varsity Blues, he played a bunch of other stuff also. But honestly, one of my favorite roles he played was in Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23.
Eli,
I take you haven't seen this either. So you're not really a big
I
James
know
Van Der
who
Beek
he
fan,
is. I
I
do know
take
who
it.
he.
Okay, you know who he is as a concept. I got you. Okay. But like I said, I love Don't Trust the Bee at Department 23. James Van Der Beek on that show played James Van Der Beek.
Mm.
He just played himself on the show. It was funny, or basically like a version you think James Van Der Beek would play in real life if you knew him as a friend, stuff like that. Crazy ass show. Honestly, I love this show. Also, the main girl, the bee in Department 23,
Yeah.
they're Jessica
I can
Jones.
see that.
So, funny thing is, I didn't know her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I knew her from this when she met Jessica Jones. So when she was playing Jessica Jones, I like, oh, that's the bee from Department 23. That's what I knew her from.
Hmm.
So crazy how shit work out. So, yeah, like I said, played a bunch of other stuff. Cool. Yeah.
Well,
Sad news.
good
So
journey to him.
rest in peace, James Van Der Beek. Yeah, good journey to him. All right, so now we can get into the meat of the podcast. The thing you want to talk
Okay.
about. You can join in on this. All right, so now we're going to talk about Spider-Noir. Now, what is Spider-Noir? Eli, you give me some background. What are we watching?
Well,
What are we talking about? Like I said, it's in the show. This is just a trailer.
yeah,
It
you
just
sent
dropped
me
the
the trailer the
but
other
yeah.
day. Well, this is Spider-Man Noir. He is another version of Spider-Man.
No.
Oh, is it just Spider-Noir?
Spider-Noir.
Oh, okay. But it's
Spider-Noir.
based on the Spider-Man Noir comics.
Yeah. It's based on the Spider-Man Noir
Yeah,
comic,
and
but yeah.
who appeared into the Spider-Verse movie.
That-
And
So technically, this is the first Spider-Verse
Yes.
spinoff.
so you know more about this than I do.
I don't. No. Just- sorry, I mean to cut you off. Go ahead. But yeah.
Well, yeah. So Spider-Man Noir was a spin-off of another version of Spider-Man. He was a 19. It's Ben Reilly, right? Isn't it Ben Reilly?
Well, in the comic, it's Peter
Okay.
Parker,
Okay.
but in this, it's Ben Reilly. Yeah, and a lot of people are pissed off about that. Where is he Ben Reilly? Shut the fuck up, man. They ain't calling Boo Boo Kitty fuck for all I care. Does he swing?
Yeah.
On the
Well, this
spin?
is
That's all I
another
care
version
about.
of Spider-Man where he
So,
was like
that's my thing.
a private detective in like the 30s, and he fights gangsters and shit. Or 1930s version gangsters of like Norman Osborn and shit like that. But then he gets bitten by a spider, but he's a different version of Spider-Man. He's got the Spider-Man powers, but he's more brooding. He's got guns and shit, and yeah, it's a more gritty version of Spider-Man. Yeah, it's noir. It's like
noir.
a hard-boiled
Yeah.
detective story versus
Yeah.
the angst teenage Peter Parker tales that we're used to Spider-Man or Miles Morales. Like Spider
Right. Basically, what Batman
like
is based off
Spider-Man,
of.
yeah, Peter Parker.
Not what he is now. I don't
Peter
know what the fuck
Parker,
he is
Miles
now, but,
Morales, they're the adolescent superhero motif. The kid in over his head, juggling the responsibilities of high school and all that, and being a superhero. So that's kind of like the Peter Parker, the Peter Parker like theme or whatever, that style of storytelling. And this is more of a this is
this isn't
this
a
is more of a
coming-of-age
hard-boiled
story,
detective
so,
story.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and then the trailer, I think it looks cool. It looks like Sin City. The black and white looks like Sin City and shit.
Right, because
Yeah,
Sin
that
City was
Frank
also
Miller,
noir style.
a noir version of that was just him doing a very comic book, over the top noir, gritty street crime stories, and that's what this looks like.
Now, let me ask you this: have you read the
Not
comic?
that I've read some. I don't know if I've read the original, but I've read some of the noir stuff. That one noir book that dropped a few years ago, I read that for a while. He's popped up in various verses, the Spider-Verse books and shit.
So, the comics you read, were they in black
I
and
don't
white?
know. I don't remember.
Okay,
But
all right. Because according to what they're saying in this is that the show is going to drop every episode at once. So I guess people are going to call Amazon racist, like they did Disney Plus when they did Wonder Man. I don't know, but point is they're dropping two versions of the show at the same time. One in black and white, one in color. Let's see if I can get it. So yeah, that's the color version, or they call it True Hue color, and this is black and white version of it. So we got two versions of it. Now y'all can watch however you want to, but I would say you a punk pussy bitch if you watch it in color. That's
Well, it
all I'm
looks cool. It looks
So,
cool in black
watch
and
in
white.
black
I
and
think
white.
that's what it's meant to be. Yeah.
Yes, that's how you supposed to watch it. I don't know why Amazon. I can't blame them. I mean, like I said, people want options, so give them options if you want. And I'm pretty sure it didn't cost anything to just drop 2 episodes on it. Plus, you watch it twice, it just boosts the ratings up, so it kind of favors them if they do it. So, because hell, I might watch them one in black and white, one in color to see the difference. You know, I am. I'm anal like that. So yeah. So yeah, so I'm just saying. So it may be interesting. I'll check it out, see how it goes. So yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I do have some concerns, Eli. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Hopefully, I can pull this up. Yeah, Nicolas Cage. Now, I love Nicolas Cage, but how much Nicolas Cage are we going to get in this movie and this TV show? Now, what I mean by that, I mean like how much Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage going to give us? Like, are we going to get like, okay, the Wicker Man Nicolas Cage, where he's just like batshit crazy, or is like
Face off
Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage.
Like which version? Face up Nicolas Cage, I'm a cat, I'm a sexy cat, all this shit like that. Like, is he gonna agree? Because there's a few times in this, I feel like, he's playing a cartoon character. That's what I'm saying. I don't want Nicolas Cage to play a cartoon character in this comic book based movie. I want him to play it straight, like a crime noir novel. And Nicolas Cage has the range to do it. Nicolas Cage is a great, awesome actor, but sometimes he gets in his own way.
Well,
He's too much
I think
Nicolas
he's
Cage
reached
for
the
me
point in his
some of these
career where
movies.
it's hard to picture him as anything else other than Nicolas. He's like Jason Statham, and now he's like Jason Statham as
Yes.
Jason Statham in a Jason Statham movie. He doesn't even try to put on
Right. Hell, the last movie I saw,
Yeah,
Nicolas
that's how
Cage
it-
playing
yeah.
Nicolas Cage. You saw that?
No,
the
I
Pedro
didn't see
Pascal
that,
movie?
but yeah, that's what it's like. Okay, this is like even even in a movie like Mandy, where it's just weird out there, it's still Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage. Where he's just over the
Right.
top, and it's hard to picture him. It's hard for me as a viewer to disappear into the movie. You know what I mean? Where it's like even though the party's playing, I'm like he's
Right.
a bad actor. It's just all I see is Nicolas Cage on there. Leo DiCaprio is getting that way for me
But
too.
my thing is, he goes out of his way to remind you that he's
Leo
Nicolas Cage.
DiCaprio is getting that way for me too.
Who?
It's like I just see Leo.
I mean, he is, but I just like him in movies.
But like, I think I think it started with like Face Off, because you have like
yeah.
Yeah.
With John
where
Travolta
John
playing him as
Travolta
him.
is playing like Nicolas Cage, and it's kind of funny because he's kind of getting it, and then Nicolas Cage is playing John Travolta, which is just like
Right.
Nicolas Cage dialed down like a couple notches.
Right. That's all it was. Right.
And so yeah.
So it just worried me for a second. I was like, oh man, because here's the thing. I hate it when, let me see if I can get this. Yeah. No, we're gonna come back to him. I ain't got it. I do got it. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I hate it when actors play a comic book movie like a comic book movie. Like when they're playing a comic book character, like, oh, let's just crank this shit up to 11 and just be as campy as possible. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Batman. Like you could tell he was playing a Saturday morning cartoon. Like if you're playing in a crime noir TV show, play it like a crime noir TV show. Don't play it like a crime noir TV show that's also in a Saturday morning cartoon, which I feel like Nicolas Cage was giving me a little bit too much at the time like that. Like I said, love Nicolas Cage. He's been in a bunch of movies. He has great performances. Some of his shit, I'm just like, okay, man, please dial it back a little bit, man. Craziest movie he ever played, Kiss of a Vampire. If you want to see Nicolas Cage at 11, that's Nicolas Cage.
But
So,
like
number
he's
one.
a comic book fan. We all know he's a huge comic book fan. Didn't he name his kid Kal-El or some shit?
Yeah, well, yeah, but also him. Like I said, and we
Oh,
give you
yeah,
some
that's
Nicolas Cage
right.
lore. Like I said, that's not his real name. His real name is Nicholas Coppola. He's
Yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola nephew. So, it's funny. Like you give me more shit about Francis Ford Coppola than I give you shit about
Okay.
Martin Scorsese. I just noticed that. Sidebar, but anyway, I'm just talking about that. But he's like I said,
Yeah.
he's a nepo baby if you want to bring it to that. But the thing is, he changed his name because he didn't want to, make his name all Francis Ford Coppola. So he changed his name to Nicolas Cage off.
Of Luke Cage.
Give it to me, Eli. Yeah, Luke Cage. Yeah,
Yeah.
He named himself off Luke Cage. That's what he did. So yeah. back in the 70s whenever
Yeah.
he decided to start
But
acting stuff like that. So yeah, it's
but
kind of
like the
crazy.
thing about
So
Into the
yeah,
Spider-Verse, why that worked, because here's Spider-Man Noir, and it's played by Nicolas Cage. It was almost like an inside joke where it worked, where Nicolas Cage was
mhm.
playing like an over-the-top version of this noir character, you know, and it worked. And
But
he
he
was in a
was in a
cartoon.
cartoon. But
Yeah,
he
and
wasn't a
so
cartoon. That's
that's
the
why
thing.
it worked.
Yeah, so him being
Yeah,
over the
and it
top,
was over the
it
top
did work.
because it was
So
in small
yeah,
amounts, because it was basically the butt of a joke, you know. So yeah, I get the
right,
concerns. Oh, now we're gonna take
right.
that, basically what was meant to be a joke, and now we've decided to expand on it into this hard-boiled detective story, and we'll see how it goes. You
Right.
know, if he starts doing his high-pitched scream that I yeah
It's coming. He
that I
like, you
think
know it's coming.
originated. Like I think it goes back to Face Off when he's like, "Ready for the right, babe." He started,
Ready for the big
when he
one,
started doing that
baby.
shit, you know, you know,
Right.
yeah,
Castor Troy.
yeah.
It's gonna happen, Eli. I mean, because I want this to be good. It looks good, but I feel like Nicolas Cage might fuck it up. I
And it
don't
was
know.
like,
We
and
gonna
it like
see. We
because
gonna see.
he was Johnny Blaze in Ghost Rider, but those were so kind of dumb too. They were
Yes,
like over the top and goofy, you know, and so it kind of worked.
it's see, that's the thing about Ghost. See, I don't know how I feel about Ghost Rider because of Nicolas Cage doing that weird shit he did in that movie. It's like it's kind of like maybe Ghost Rider needs to be like that just to be entertaining, because it's like this. Nicolas Cage's performance in Ghost Rider was a car crash
Yeah.
you can't look away from. That's what it was. So it was entertaining, but you're like, you didn't have to do that, man. Why'd you do that?
Yeah,
But he did it. But I don't know.
yeah, we'll see.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
We're gonna see.
I'm a little more concerned now that it's a series, because if it was just a movie, okay, cool. But now it's like everything's a series,
Right.
you know.
Eight
Yeah, and I'm
episodes.
like,
They want to drag
I'm
this shit
kinda
out. So
getting
yeah.
tired of that. Like the Burbs. Like I was excited about the Burbs show until I found it was a fucking.
Really?
Now it's a series. It's a TV show.
TV show? Yeah.
I don't.
They're
like,
gonna drag
the
the shit out.
Burbs is a really
Yeah.
kind of a dumb, goofy movie back in the '80s. Joe Dante, great,
Mhm.
fucking great flick. You know, stupid, dumb, stupid fun. You know, 90 minutes in and out. But now you're gonna drag that to 8 hours or how many? Like it doesn't need to be in it.
They want their watch
Yeah, it's
time.
like,
They want the
shit.
engagement. So
Yeah, I didn't start it.
if you start, let me know. I'm gonna start till you start.
Yeah.
If you don't start, I'm not starting. So
Like I haven't even
that's how I
finished
feel about
Fallout
that.
yet.
So I ain't even started Fallout yet.
Yeah, I'm
gonna get to
I'm on the
it
last
eventually.
episode. Yeah.
But yeah. But even though with all this shit going on, like I said, we got crazy ass Nicolas Cage in here. One thing that does have me excited for, they got a bunch of people in this. Like as far as like Spider-Man villains like that, they kind of like gave a background. Like it's gonna be a bunch of people in here. So but it's gonna be all noired up and shit like that, you know. So yeah, my guy's in this. Lamar Morris. Eli, this guy is stupid talented, man. I don't know why he's not bigger than what he is. He was on New Girl. I know you didn't watch New Girl either. But he was awesome in New Girl. He played Garrett Morris in that SNL biopic movie. They're not related, but he nailed Garrett Morris better than Garrett Morris nailed him. So yeah. He was also in this show on, I don't know what it's on, Hulu called Woke. Great show. Please watch that show. He was the main guy in that show. So it was almost Atlanta-ish, but not Atlanta. Like this. It was weird, but yeah. He's playing Robbie Robertson.
Yeah.
You know, the same guy that was in the old Spider-Man 2. So he's playing that character, but a 1930 version of which he nailed it. You can already tell he's nailed it. So even if Nicolas Cage fucks this show up, he's gonna be there. So, and it seems like he's back in big role. My only thing is, Eli, and I think I found another trope. I wonder if he's gonna be the trope of the black guy that knows the superhero identity, and that's all he does is just that. You know, it happens a lot. Not the guy in the chair. That's not that. The black guy that just knows the
Diggle, the
hero's
John
secret
Diggle
identity, and but won't tell anybody, won't say shit. I was about to get out of my brain, Eli. Get out of my brain.
Yeah, Lucius
Morgan
Fox
Freeman and
yeah.
Batman. Like I said, he knew because he looked at him. I bet Spider-Man was there. You know,
He's not a menace. Perry White.
Perry
Okay.
White. He knew. He knew. They don't say it, but he knew. That's what I'm saying. So it's like always, like in this every superhero movie, the black guy will always know, but he don't tell anybody. He's minding business. Like I ain't gonna tell anybody. Just fuck it, whatever. So it's weird how that happens. So yeah, I've noticed that trope, and I think like y'all need to do something about that. But yeah. Also another concern I have, Eli, about this show. Like I said, I'm kind of excited, but I have concerns. This is a red flag for me right here. That's why I posted this. Eli, this is AI generated. You can't tell me it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely is, and I'm pretty sure the whole show is going to be like this. Now I know Hollywood has this big thing about they're going to be anti-AI. They're not going to do AI stuff like that. Eli is coming. They really have no choice on it because China, they don't give a fuck. China, have you seen the shit China's doing with AI? Like they made a real life, like Superman versus Hulk and Superman versus Darth Vader and Wolverine versus Blade, Batman or some shit like that. Like it, it looks realistic. I think they had Tom Cruise talking about one of them, like John Wick versus somebody. I can't remember who
Godzilla.
it was. Crazy. Chuck Norris or somebody, some shit like that. And they made a Godzilla. They made a Godzilla. Like Godzilla versus the Avengers. It's up right now. I won't play any of this shit because YouTube will flag the fuck out that shit if you play it, but I won't play it. But the point is, all this shit is in China right now. Like I said, Disney trying to put cease and desist up there, and China's like, fuck you. We're going to do what the fuck we want to do. You can't stop us. So, yeah. So, the point is, but you got China doing all this crap. You got people on YouTube and TikTok pulling all this crap. And you got Hollywood spending $300 million on crappy-ass CGI. Meanwhile, you got a dude on his laptop right now doing this AI-generated bullshit, outdoing Hollywood. So it's kind of fucked up. It's fooling people. Like people putting every day you see another AI generated Avengers Doomsday trailer that people think is real. You know, they don't know the difference. So yeah. Like you should have known if you saw Goku standing next to Captain America. They should tell you something, but whatever. So my thing is this. Eventually Hollywood is going to have to adapt this. If they don't, everybody's gonna pass them by. And plus, if you do adopt this AI trailer, you can do shit like this without spending $300 million on your movie. You can save money.
Yeah.
So I hate it. Eli, it's almost like a necessary.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing is like everything's so. Like the thing about AI for me is it does look so fake, you know.
And CGI did.
Yeah, I know, but but but
that's what I'm saying.
The thing about the practical effects, it looked more gritty. You know what I'm saying? And it looked, you know. Why people are starting to prefer the practical effects more than the CGI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, practical will always beat everything. But I'm saying if you spend $300 million on CGI, meanwhile you can get the same or better effect with a guy from a laptop doing the same shit.
Well, yeah,
that's where you gonna go. Yeah. I mean, practical always better, but
always going to save the buck, and they're always going to put money first. You know. I'm just saying, as a viewer.
Yeah. Because some guy on a laptop could do that shit.
I'm just saying, as an audience member, I would prefer something with a little bit more, humanity in it.
Everybody ain't Tom Cruise. Everybody can't jump off a plane. Insurance
well,
reasons. So
we go back to this goes back to Wonder Man. Why we liked Wonder Man so much because it was such a breath of fresh air. We took a break from all the CGI slop. And we concentrated on character and all that. I'm not saying we got to make every superhero flick, this long drawn out drama. I'm just saying there's
this character study. You're like, let's take all the superhero out of our.
But I'm saying that it was a breath of fresh air, and people responded to it because it was about humanity, the humanity of a character. Right. And we got a little bit of fucking kicking ass here and there, but that wasn't the focus. I'm just saying, like.
Not really, but that's okay.
We had like
that's
an
okay.
episode,
that was that type of show.
A bottleneck episode about the doorman, and we got him chasing the one guy. Then he broke Terry or whatever was his name. Broke him out of the prison at the end at Damage Control. It's got a little bit here and there, but point being is like it's all starting to look the same. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. Like, this all looks the same. And when I saw that. Oh yeah, that looks like every other. We've seen that before. That was the least interesting thing to me.
Mhm.
Was him swinging.
Right.
Yeah.
When they start
Yeah,
going superhero in your
we've
superhero
been there,
show,
done that. I was responding to the black and white, the criminal, the shots of the shadows, and wow, this looks stylized and and cool and shit. Oh, and then there's the CGI AI version of Spider-Man swinging that we've seen 1,000 times now. So
Right.
yeah, that's it. That's all I mean.
Like I said, the AI isn't going to be better than the CGI,
Yeah, it'll be
but it will be
cheaper,
cheaper for them to make. So it'll be cheaper. And that's all they're trying to do, just
Yeah.
cut costs. That's all. So, yeah. Because like I said, Eli, Avengers Doomsday is not going to be a drawn out character study. It's not. They're going to have some big CGI bullshit going on in there. Godzilla might show up. We don't know. So,
But yeah.
all right. So, yeah. Anything else
Yeah,
we got to
I'm
add to
good.
that?
Yeah,
Or we
yeah.
good?
You
Or
can-
oh damn it, I missed it. What I was supposed to do? Okay. What else I gonna talk about? It was something else I was gonna talk
Baywatch?
about, but I can't remember what I was gonna talk about it. Thank you.
Ah.
How did I forget that? How did I forget that? That's all I care about. Yeah. Let me make a thing right here. Okay. So yeah, hold on. Let me see. Give me just a second. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna talk about Baywatch because Stephen Amell, and I'm pretty sure I spelled it. Fuck it, let's go to it. Stephen Amell just
that's
got
why you
announced
sent me his
for.
picture.
You thought I just sent you a picture because
I don't know.
Oh, you
I
thought it was
just
Man
sound-
Crush
oh,
Monday or
yeah.
some shit?
Yeah, happy
with
Valentine's
heart
Day,
around it,
Eli.
some shit? You're right.
Yeah, you shot a green
fuck
arrow
no.
right to my heart.
Right. Oh, we never beat them allegations. Anyway. All right. So yeah, let's talk about Stephen Amell. So Stephen Amell has a new show coming out, and he just got assigned to Baywatch. So yeah, he's on Baywatch for now. Let me see if I can put that on there right there. And I can't do it. Yeah. So like I said, he got assigned to Baywatch. They're rebooting. Well, they're not even rebooting it. They're not even rebooting because the thing what he's doing is that he's actually playing Hobie Buchanan. Now, Hobie
Deep,
Buchanan,
man.
if you know your Baywatch, if you know your Baywatch lore, was Mitch Buchanan's
Is
son
that David Hasselhoff?
on the show. He was on every episode. I know y'all just saw the big titties bouncing and shit like that. You didn't notice the 10-year-old
Yeah,
that was running around
sorry.
with them also. He was there in every episode. He was there. So like shit. So anyway, Stephen Amell is playing him. He's playing a grown-up version of him. So he's playing David Hasselhoff's son, but grown up, taking over Baywatch and shit like that. So I don't want to talk. Actually, it's not what I want to talk about because since it's not a reboot of Baywatch, the continuation of Baywatch, I wanted going to address some continuity issues of Baywatch. Me personally. Now here's the thing, Eli. When I explain Baywatch lore in like a Facebook group, everybody looked at me crazy. I could feel the looks when I said it, and they were like, "Okay, put this guy on the watch list." Nobody watches Baywatch for the lore. Nobody reads Playboy for the articles. Nobody go to strip club for the chicken wings. But yes. But I want to talk about Mitch Buchanan was his name on the show. Now, Eli, did you know they killed him off in
There was
season
10
10?
seasons of Baywatch?
No,
Holy
there was
shit,
11
no,
seasons of Baywatch. Yes. Nobody knows that. It was 11 seasons of Baywatch, but in the season finale of Baywatch called Killing Time. Let me finish. I can't talk about this anywhere else, Eli, so I'm going to talk about
Get it
Baywatch
all
on
out,
this
man.
podcast.
Get it
But
all
anyway.
out.
All right. I'm going to get it all out. Okay, so Mitch Buchanan on this show was an ex-Navy SEAL. So on the last episode that he was on a Black Ops mission from the Navy SEALs to stop terrorists. Keep in mind, he's a Baywatch lifeguard. So he decided to just do this mission for a friend because he decided to go undercover because it's one of his old friends he knows. So he goes undercover, fight these terrorists and shit like that, but he couldn't stop them. So they actually ended up blowing up this thing or a boat blow to something like that. And he was caught in an explosion. And then the lifeguards find like his trunks. They're like, oh shit, not Mitch. And then the next season, they just don't mention him again. And he never shows up again. That's it. They just killed him off the next season. Like I said, the writing was on the wall. So 11 season was the last season. So that's pretty much it. But there's more. So after Baywatch was canceled and ended, they came back with a TV special called Baywatch
Carmen
Hawaiian
Electra
Wedding.
was on it?
I think it's called.
No.
Yes. Did you? Honestly, they were kind of coming and going at that point. Basically, if you was on Playboy, you was on Baywatch. It was like back and forth. It didn't really matter. But yeah, point is, Mitch Buchanan is there. even though he died. How did he survive?
Was it the
They never
was it
explained
the
it.
multiverse?
They never say
dude?
how he came back. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm explaining. Maybe he's a variant. I don't know. But the point was, he was clearly killed off. He was blown up, killed off the show. They never talked about him again. But then at the very end, in this TV special that came out, he's just back. They never explain it. He's just there, like, hey, Mitch, how you doing? I'm like, just so since this is a continuation of the show, is Arrow gonna avenge?
Is
that's a bit tickle.
is
he
Marvin
gonna avenge his
Buchanan
father?
will return in Doomsday.
Yes, what's going to happen? Is he going to be in the show? I mean, what's going to happen? Even though he was killed, or maybe he was killed off and he comes back 30 years later, explain it, man, I faked my death or some shit. I don't know. I'm thinking I went way too deep into Baywatch lore, but I just had to get there because that always bothered me. I'm just saying. Okay, we can talk about Baywatch.
Because there's another show that I know it's been on. I know it's been on in the back. I've been in a room where it's been on, but I don't know if I've ever actually watched an episode. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be honest with you, Eli. That last season, season 11, it got dark.
Like,
man.
All I know about Baywatch is about like a renegade gang of lifeguards. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. But like I said, remember I said, like, even though he's a lifeguard, like I said, he had a past life as a Navy SEAL. They had like a spinoff show where he was like a private detective. So he wasn't just a lifeguard. He always did other shit also. Yeah, he was like fighting terrorists and shit like that. Like, you a lifeguard, man. Why are you doing this shit? But,
I do remember, I did see the movie with The Rock.
You know what? That movie wasn't that bad, man. Y'all trashed the shit at that movie. It wasn't that bad, man. Zac Efron was acting his ass off.
I just remember, I don't remember it about The Rock. The Rock is the least thing I remember about that movie.
Damn it, Eli.
And I forgot that Zac Efron was even in the movie.
Because he didn't have huge tits. I got you. Okay,
things, yes. Sorry.
I got you. But I'm just saying there was some other stuff going in the movie like that got you in the movie. But I'm just saying Zac Efron, I thought he did a good role there. I'll be honest with you. I think that movie like derailed Zac Efron's career. I think he was up and up, like on the way. He was about to be the next big thing in Hollywood. And then Baywatch come out and Baywatch flopped. They're like, you know what? Next. Timothée Chalamet, come on, you're up. So yeah. That's my thing. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. All right. So next thing we're going to talk about, we got no time. I'll talk about this also.
Go ahead.
We go to the video game section. Let's talk about the video game section. Okay. Remember that game that fighting game?
Street Fighter?
Oh, hell no. There we go. Not this time. Maybe next time. Marvel Tokon Fighters? That Marvel fighting game is coming out. Kind of like Marvel's Capcom, but not Marvel's Capcom.
Did we?
We talked about it. Never mind. Yes, but it's okay. They got a new Marvel fighting game coming out right now. They announced it like Dr. Doom and Spider-Man and Captain America, blah, 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 like that. So they just announced that the X-Men are the new people that's going to be in it. So they got X-Men like Storm and shit like that. All your favorites. Wolverine is going to be in this game also, which you already know about Wolverine.
Oh, this is like an actual fighting game, not like Rivals or whatever. That's what
not
I
Rivals, no, actual fighting games comes out this year. Magic's in it.
That's probably why I'm confused.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So actual fighting game in it. She got all kind of combos, crazy shit like that also. But also and Wolverine also. I'm trying to get to it. So but there's another character showing up in the X-Men that had everybody confused right now because they've never heard of them. If they can ever get to it, but I'm trying to see because I don't want to just fast forward and just skip to it. I guess I'm gonna have to. Right here. Danger. Everybody's favorite X-Men.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. So people were like this, who the fuck is Danger? Never heard of that. So this was saying y'all are telling on yourselves that y'all don't know who Danger is.
No.
You're like, you know who Danger is, right? You know who Danger is. Okay. Remember the Joss Whedon comic run that came out? I know Joss Whedon is canceled, but remember he did
X-Men but I never read it. No. You know me, I'm not an X-Men guy,
Okay, that's okay. That's right. You're not. Okay. You always say that, but you be digging way deeper in the X-Men weeds and say,
no, I know shit about. I watched the cartoon. Most of my knowledge.
No. Don't start with that cartoon bullshit. You be saying shit like, well, in this issue with Gambit's wife showed
That's
up. Like
you, man. I don't know who these fucking.
No, man, that's you doing that shit. But I don't know X-Men. Okay, all right. All right. But the point is, all right, so Danger is the Danger
Oh,
Room
no shit.
come to life. Yeah. So that's what Josh Whedon run. So in Josh Whedon's run, that basically what Professor X, who went with the Shi'ar Galaxy shit like that, he stole some of the technology and used their AI and put it into the Danger Room. So when the Danger Room making like all kind of holograms shit like that, it's doing it all with AI. But then the Danger Room got pissed off that it was just stuck in the room and just doing whatever the fuck you want to. Basically, rogue AI. It went crazy and started trying to kill the X-Men.
Okay.
So, but then they kind of reasoned with it, and Danger actually joined the X-Men, became an X-Men member doing Josh Whedon run. When Josh Whedon left the book, Danger just left. They didn't care. So that's Danger. So yeah. So y'all claim y'all X-Men fanboys and shit. Y'all love the X-Men, but y'all don't be knowing motherfuckers. Like, damn, do your research. That's all. Be like Eli, man. Don't game his wife and shit. You know?
I don't know who that is.
All right. You know who that. You say that shit, did it? What we talk about a book
Gambit's
like, oh
wife?
yeah, I know her. You go correct me on who that. No, actually, Eli, her name is. Blah,
But does Gambit have a wife? Now I'm curious. Oh,
yeah, he does. He does it. You
What?
know, don't
It
you
ain't
know
Rogue?
it. I should be asking you this question. No, it ain't Rogue. I mean, it is Rogue, but not now. He had a wife before that. But yeah. They'll say I should be asking you these questions. Eli,
Is her
Gambit got
name
a wife?
Mo
Because
Sherry?
you know, you just act like, yeah, you pretend. So yeah, but you get nerves with that. You like you be knowing this shit.
Yeah, I don't
man.
know that shit. I don't know that nerd shit. I'm trying to get some pussy, man.
right. Oh shit. All right, can we move to the next part of the podcast? Okay, like I said, this comic book bully. We're talking about comic books. We're gonna jump into it, and Eli, I'm gonna let you go first because you got more books than I do. So we're gonna jump into it. I'm gonna try to get everything.
We're here quick. Hopefully, we don't do this for the next 2 hours.
I told you it was gonna be a
I will do crap. Let me get my thing up. I will do Absolute Wonder Woman Annual #1.
Hold up. Let me hear you. I mean, you go ahead and talk about it. I'm gonna get you set up, but yeah.
Is this my book of the week?
Already? Okay.
Because I really thought this was dope. This was really good. This, I think, cements why Absolute Wonder Woman is my favorite Absolute book. Even though I haven't.
That's a
I
hot take,
haven't
but okay.
read Absolute Flash.
Nobody has.
I read like an issue or 2 of Absolute Green Lantern and Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Now, to be honest, a lot of people are saying that Absolute Martian
Is the best
Manhunter
one.
is.
I just don't know enough. It's cool. It's interesting. I read a few issues. It is very interesting. It's just I don't know enough about Martian Manhunter to really appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what's different about him in that universe than you know what I mean? You know, like I know Batman, I know Superman, you know. So when they come, oh, here's Superman's got a Spawn cape. Oh, that's cool. You know, Batman's a big giant hulking, beast of a dude who's poor, who grew up in the hood. Okay, I'm down with that. And here we go, Absolute Wonder Woman. She was raised in hell, raised by Circe in hell, outside, she doesn't have her Amazons around her, So yeah, this is this, and not only is it where am I at? Am I at the right book? Crap. Oh yeah, I opened the wrong book. Or no, it jumped ahead. All these previews. Yeah, I'm on the wrong book. Anyway, fuck it. So Absolute Wonder Woman Annual #1. This calls back to Medusa. So this is basically about Diana wanting to reverse the curse of Medusa. Because back earlier on in the story, Wonder Woman used she has her lasso is magic, and she can use it to transform into any form. And earlier on in the story arc, she transformed herself into Medusa to kill that giant, was it the Tetracide or whatever, that giant kaiju beast that was attacking the city. Yeah,
to like freeze him and shit. Or not to put him in stone, but yeah.
But when doing that, she kind of felt the pain of Medusa, the pain that Medusa is going through. So it's kind of been haunting her ever since. So she kind of, ends up going to Athena and basically says, "Hey, I feel really bad for Medusa, and I would like to right that wrong. I would like to alleviate her pain and reverse the curse."
Yeah, because apparently Medusa's kind of like a tragic
Yeah.
figure in
Yeah.
Greek mythology.
And it's a really cool conversation she has with
Yeah.
Athena. Athena's like, "You dare come to me and accuse me of cursing, one of our most beloved goddesses? Like, you've been listening to the lies of men. How dare you come to me and with this bullshit?" Basically, it's a really cool conversation she has with Athena,
Right.
which is, okay, if you want to do that, you can go, but I'm not going to help you. I was like, well, how about I want to trade you. I'll trade you a power. I'll give up all my powers for just one ability.
Mhm.
No,
So
she
she's, like,
actually
praying
goes
to
to
her?
Athena, like climbs up the mountain and goes to Athena. And
Okay.
so Wonder Woman's like, "I'll make you a deal. I will give up all of my abilities, all my powers, if for one ability." And Athena's like, "Okay, sure." So Wonder Woman goes and finds Medusa, finds her lair, sees her sisters first, fights off her sisters and shit. Of course she's got no powers and shit. And she can't fucking open her eyes because she'll turn to stone, so she's got to do it blind. So there's Wonder Woman whooping ass, basically eyes closed, blind, with no superpowers. And then she finally happens upon Medusa, and Medusa comes to her, is like, "Oh, you ready to die and shit?" And then Medusa gets in her face, and then Wonder Woman opens her eyes and looks back at Medusa and stares back at Medusa. And then Medusa starts crying. And then Wonder Woman puts her hand on her face and says, "You've been suffering for so long." And it turns out the ability, she traded all her powers for the ability to look into Medusa's eyes and not be harmed. And then she tells Medusa.
Okay. But that means she's
No,
regular
she's
now.
not. She doesn't turn to stone. So she traded the ability to be able to look into the Medusa's eyes without turning to stone. And she tells Medusa,
Okay.
like, "Hey, like, I know your pain. I know what you've been going through, and the biggest misery that you feel is your loneliness. You cannot look at another person. You can't even look at a loved one without killing them. And how lonely that has to be." So Medusa's like, "Oh my God, this is the first time somebody's looked at me in eons." And so that's why she started crying. She's like, "I will make you a deal. I have this magic lasso that can transform you into any form. So I'm willing to set you free from your curse, but that's, your freedom is up to you. Like, what you do with the freedom is up to you. So I know you've been a demon for the last thousands of years or whatever. So I can give you this gift of transforming yourself into whatever you want." And so she does. She puts the lasso on her, and Medusa transforms herself back into her old self. And then her sisters come like, "Oh, hey, it's Medusa,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah." And all they're like, have a reunion and shit. But Medusa's like, "Thank you, but also know that I still have the ability to turn anybody into stone. I'm going to keep my powers." But now I have the choice to do it now. And Wonder Woman, I understand. You're a demon. I understand. But that's my gift to you. So she goes back and tells Athena, like, "Hey, I always thought, your empathy," like Athena tells this to Diana, "Your empathy, I always felt it made you weak. The fact that you care about things, that you care about how others feel, even your enemies, has always been a weakness. But now I find that it's your greatest strength." So, yeah. And that's kind of where it ends. So I thought this was really cool. The fact that,
Okay.
Wonder Woman is still Wonder Woman, even though she was raised in hell, that she still has this empathy and, this, she cares deeply about everything,
Right. But
Yeah,
does
she gets
Wonder
her
Woman
powers
get her
back.
powers
And
back?
even when she gets her powers back, she's like, "Oh, I finally got my powers back. Now I have a greater appreciation for," what does she say at the end? She's like, my powers have returned, and I have never been more grateful. I have a more new appreciation for them and for those who do without. How difficult it must be to move through such a beautiful and cruel world and be so vulnerable. So she has, she feels bad for people who don't have superpowers and must endure this world without them. Yeah.
Sucks for you.
But she cares. Like that's just how humble she is. That's what I like about this character. So even though like in the other Absolute books, like Batman, there are different versions, of those characters. This is still pretty much the core of who Diana is. It's just she was raised differently.
Yeah, because like, compassion is a superpower.
Yeah, she has all this strength. She's a warrior. She's got all this magic and super powered strength, and she can fly and do all this cool shit. But yeah, the fact that she cares deeply about others is what is her greatest strength. So that's what I like about this book. So again, I'll give this a 5 out of 5. This was dope.
Okay, cool. All right, so first book I'm going to do is the finale to a story we've been doing for a while. DCKO.
I read it. I've been reading the main.
Okay. How'd you read this? You hadn't read any
I've
other
been
one.
reading the main book, not the tie-ins. I wasn't going to read it.
Oh, okay.
You were reading all the tie-ins.
I got you. I was because I thought I was reading all the tie-ins and knife fight and all that shit like that. So yeah, you're right. Okay, but the main book and honestly, with the whole thing, you can just read the main book and you're fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure you was able to catch it with everything. Yeah. You get the point. You get the point. Okay, yeah. So, like I said, this is finale of the book, DCKO. This is when it goes down. We're in the final 4, and there will be a winner. Yeah. So, but we gotta just go to it and see what we got here. So, let me see if I can expand that. Let me get us out of here. Bam. There we go. All right. So we're gonna do the DCKO number 4, the finale of this book. Come on. Shit. There we go. All right. So book starts off with okay, so like I said, you got your 2 combatants. You got Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman versus Batman and Superman. Oh, sorry, not Batman. So the final 4: Joker, Superman, Lex Luthor, Joker, blah blah blah, so like that. So now you got the absolutes fighting against everybody else and shit like that. So yeah, and that's when you, like I said, you got absolute Superman die and he throws his spawn cape at Superman and shit like that. And Superman kind of thrown back, not because he's stronger than him or anything like that. He just thrown up like, wait a minute, this dude hit me with Krypton. Like this guy's from Krypton, like bam, and then punch him shit like that. So he's catching Superman off guard. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman jumps behind Absolute Superman, trying to get him off, but then she gets attacked by Absolute Wonder Woman. So it's just absolute chaos like that. Then you got Lex Luthor. Now, Lex Luthor does have a blast that can end in Batman super quick, or anybody on this battlefield super quick, but he's like, I'm going to save it for the right time, and I'm going to just hit Absolute Batman with tranquilizers. That don't work. You're like, how the fuck? Because it's just Batman. He should be easy to take out. He's just running through that shit, and then he's like, Joker, shoot this motherfucker, shoot him. You're like, bam, knocks his ass out like that. And then Batman looks at Joker. He was like, are you next? And Joker like, fuck this. Hold up, time out, man. I want to switch teams. Let me go over their team. You're like, well, you can't do that. You can't switch teams. Like, how come I can't? Because if you switch teams, you can't win the tournament. You're like, I killed Batman. I don't give a fuck about this tournament. I ain't give a fuck if y'all destroy the world. So besides, you got 3 people on your team, Darkseid. Don't you need 4 to be a horseman? Now, how Joker knows Booster Gold is Darkseid, they never explain that shit because everybody else seems surprised. But he just knows this shit already because Joker's Joker. So he turns Joker into a parademon or a Joker demon or a para-Joker demon.
Para-Joker.
Or whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, that's what they go to right now. So, like I said, it's like I said, because Superman don't know. He like, how do you not know? And he's like, Booster Gold, what are you doing with these folks? Like, that's what I'm saying. He was like, Wonder Woman already knows because Big Barda told him. Luthor already knows because Gorilla Grodd told him. So Superman the only dumbass motherfucker that don't know who he is. So yeah. So now you got the Absolutes and Joker and Booster side, versus 3, They was like, and then basically now they know he's Superman, and like Superman can X-ray vision him, and he realized that all of these dudes, these Omega people, the Apocalypse, they're all not possessed by Darkseid. They are Darkseid. They are like extensions of Darkseid. Now run him down, Pegasus. So she throws a lasso at it. She's like, I always wanted to do this. Lasso an actual horse, and she was like, fight this, sister. You can, she's trying to use compassion on her like she always did. She was like, oh, you got a lasso? I got a lasso. And I call it sacrifice. And the same thing you just said in another book, she does it here. She turns to a 5-headed demon. And my lasso don't make people talk, and just start going after. Then you got absolute Superman versus regular Superman. And bam, and then they hit somebody else. They just like knocking each other out. They just blitz rate and everything. He's like, that's the best you can do? Okay. Then you got Joker stealing the kryptonite from Blake because he got a whole bunch of kryptonite on him, and he throws it to Batman. Then Joker was saying, wait, am I teaming up with Batman? Fuck this. So you got Batman doing that, shit he was doing, the absolute Batman, and okay, he takes his ears off, replace the ears with kryptonite, and then rams into Superman like a ram.
Shanking him and shit.
So stabs him in the back. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It just rams it to him like a deer or some shit, like that. So then we get this flashback about Superman and Batman. Like I said, this whole game that they were playing, Batman technically was training Superman. And Superman like, man, this game ain't fair, man. Why you keep doing this bullshit? Bruce, you were cheating. How's it every time you roll a 4 every single time, man? You doing something with these dice. You cheating or something like that. He's like, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. He was like, and then he was like, wait. He was like, yeah, he was like, I always want to kill Superman. So yeah. So Batman's telling her, like, look, I felt the grooves and the flaws in the dice. I knew exactly how to roll it. It's a trick I learned a whole bunch of years ago about Tibetan monks. So I know how to roll the dice and make it hit every single time because I know what to do. So no, it's not called cheating. It's called being Batman. And that's when they feel energy coming around here. And then Joker, right before he gets ready to kill Superman, bam, he gets stabbed in the back by Batman. Bang. So basically the same way Joker took him out of the tournament, Batman just took Joker out of the tournament. You're like, Batman? And you're like, yeah, it's me. It's not a clone, not a, absolute anything like that. It's Batman. Like, I saw you die. Joker killed you. You're like, yeah, but I rigged the tournament. So I had a mother box in my suit. So just in case if I were to die, it would teleport out the tournament. But the a part of Apocalypse saw me doing this shit, so it's been torturing me for the whole time, sending me through heaven and hell the whole time, just to show me a lesson for trying to cheat in the tournament. I thought you said it wasn't called cheating, it was called being Batman. You were like, yeah, funny, whatever like that. You were like, how touching. He was like, who's the kid? He was like, they're all Darkseid. That's it. And bam, okay, Clark, go get him. This one's mine. And he's talking about absolute Batman. He like, let's go, rich boy, And he's like, I fought a lot of Batman because in the whole night fight thing, he was fighting every single of the Robins as Batman. So he's like, I fought a whole bunch of Batman, but you the ugliest bat symbol I've seen so far. You're like, oh, really? And then, bam, what you think about it now? You're like, it's growing on me. So Batman just did a dad joke, so whatever. All right, so now you got Batman dodging absolute Batman. You're like, oh, you got something on your chest. Like, and then he didn't even see him when he did it, see him with a gas and shit like that. But that shit don't stop him from Batman because he's so fucking big. So he actually grabs Batman, throws him against a wall and shit. Wonder Woman is fighting and she is chopping off the heads of the Wonder Demon, one by one. And then Absolute Wonder Woman turns back and then Superman is like fucking pissed. And he visions Absolute Superman's cape so much that it crystallizes him in the cape. So yeah. Yeah, so Superman's like, fuck this. Let me just go after Booster Gold. He's talking all this bullshit. If I take him out, it may free them. And he knocks him through the whole city, So he finally knocks him out and shit like that. So after he does that, the absolute people are free. They're no longer under Darkseid's mind control. So now they're regular them. So yeah. So like you can be yourself now. So yeah. And now while they all chatting us like that, he was like, this ain't over. They're like, watch. And then that's when Booster Gold, and this shit was like metal as fuck right here, man. Darkseid enters out of Booster Gold's mouth and crawls out of it. Like he's here. And then Batman like, a fuck? Everybody is just like, okay, this shit is too fucking crazy. So then you got, okay, I want to see the Avengers fight this shit. That shit ain't gonna happen. So you got, right. So you got Darkseid entering the tournament, but it's like Omega Darkseid that's just like, a fucking beast and shit like that. And it's like, okay, well, fuck it, let's just do it. So just like we're gonna fight him together. Yeah, and they all rush at him. Roll the dice, and yeah, they all die
Mhm.
almost immediately. Everybody except Superman. Superman is the only one standing there, and he's taking the blast. Now, maybe it's because he got Omega energy, or maybe because he absorbed a whole bunch of solar energy. Whatever it is, Darkseid can't kill him. Even though he killed everybody, he's like, "That's all you got? That's it?" He was like, "Okay, impressive Kryptonian. Now go on. I'm waiting." He's like, "Waiting for what? What the fuck are you talking about?" He turns around. Oh, Lex Luthor's still alive because Lex Luthor was smart enough to stand behind Superman. So both of them, the only two left and shit like that. So he's just like, "Okay, fuck this Luthor. We could take him. Let's go get him, Luthor." He's like, "No, you don't get it. The reason he's not doing anything right now because he's waiting on a winner." And that's when Superman clicks like, "Wait a minute, what are you talking about, Luthor? No, don't do it, Luthor. Don't do it." And the blast that he was saving the whole time, he used it on Superman. Dead. KO. So now you have the winner of the tournament. Lex Luthor is King Omega. So yeah, the tournament is over. Yeah. So
Oh no, you gotta go, man. This was exhausting.
I gotta talk about this. Why I gotta talk about this? Let's skip it all this shit. No, I want to get to the main thing. The point is
that Snyder excess. Snyder excess. The Scott Snyder excess.
Yeah, all the expedition, all the lore dope and shit. Yeah. It's a whole bunch of shit. I'm pretty sure it will come into effect sometime down the road. I don't give a fuck right now. Okay. So the issue, the run isn't over. The next issue
I
is
thought
King
this was
Omega.
the last one too. And then no.
So nope, not the last one. So the next issue is Lex Luthor versus Darkseid. But Lex Luthor as a god versus the final god, Darkseid is. So yeah. So whoever wins that will win everything they're supposed to win. So yeah. So yeah, they had to throw a whole bunch of shit in. It's gonna be the last book. So they had to throw, well, even though it's not the last book. But they told us it was the last book. So they got to throw everything in this thing, the kitchen sink in it. So yeah. Fun fight with the absolute people in there. Batman versus absolute Batman. Wonder Woman versus absolute Wonder Woman. That was pretty cool. So yeah, honestly, I like it, but I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It was just cool shit. Toys slamming into each other.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
It was just a big giant battle.
Yeah, and that's all it needed to be for me. I didn't need pontificating, and questioning stuff like that. Although they were kind of setting up, what if Superman were to indulge his dark side? Then he's kind of just do this. Nah, just punch people. Who gives a fuck? So yeah, that's all I got. So now I'm gonna throw it to your
Jar Jar Binks, number 1.
Why am I
Is
excited
this my book
for
of
you
the
to
week?
talk about this? Is this your book of the week? I ain't even read this, but I was just like, I can't wait for Eli to talk about this shit. I saw before you even said you read this, I saw the cover, and I'm like, I'm waiting for Eli to talk about this shit.
Jar Jar, number 1, co-written by Ahmad Best.
Really?
With Mark Guggenheim.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's been writing a lot.
Obviously, yeah. Wait, has Mark Guggenheim done any Star Wars?
I don't know,
like,
but I
live
think
action
he wrote.
stuff?
Did he write one of the is he part of that? What was that new novel series? The High Republic. I think he might have did some of that, or is that Charles Soule? A lot of I don't know. He's been writing a lot. Didn't he write He's been writing a lot of Star Wars lately. That's all I know.
Gotcha, but nothing live action.
Not that I know.
Because he was the showrunner of the Arrowverse. Yeah, like all Legend of Tomorrow, all that shit. That's all him.
So Jar Jar number 1. This takes place obviously during the Clone Wars. Where Jar Jar has, he's the one who gave emergency powers to Palpatine. Yeah,
fucked up the whole empire. But
basically,
created the empire.
So he gets called to a planet that's being mined for coaxium. And remember that's what they were looking for. I think that's what fuels the Death Star or something. Remember that's what they were looking for in the Solo movie. Remember? That's what they went and got at the Kessel mines,
Okay,
and then
yeah.
they had it. That's why I had to do the Kessel run to get it back in time, or it was going to blow up and shit. You know.
Okay. Oh, right, because it was on their ship, and it was like.
So he goes to this
radioactive.
planet
Okay,
where they're
yeah.
mining, and he meets up with what's that dude's name? I gotta go look at his name again. Kelleran Beck. So Kelleran Beck is a Jedi Knight that Ahmad
Gotcha.
Best played, and he appeared in, was it Obi-Wan or was it the Ahsoka show, in a flashback?
No, man.
Well,
Mandalorian.
no, I think it was Obi. Oh
He
yeah,
rescued
okay.
Baby
Was it
Yoda.
Mando then? Yeah.
No, Mandalorian.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
season 3, the one you hated.
Sure. I forget. I know he appeared and he saved some folks during Order 66.
Because he's the one that got Baby Yoda out of Coruscant right before Anakin went fucking nuts about killing kids and shit.
Yeah. But anyways, he meets up.
Okay. You need to do a rewatch.
Anyways, he meets up with Jar Jar and he takes him to the mines. It's like, yeah, they're mining for coaxium. The workers are overworked, and basically all the coaxium extracted from the core is making the planet unstable, and Jar Jar's like, what am I supposed to do? It's like, well, since you gave the fucking Emperor or Palpatine, Chancellor.
Oh, you're not gonna talk like Jar Jar?
He does talk
Misa,
like
Senator.
that was kind of annoying in this book.
Right, I thought
it was hard for me to read it. Like, what the fuck is he saying?
Okay.
What the fuck is he saying? Yeah.
In big doo-doo.
Bomba blast and shit. Kablooey and all this shit. Anyways, he's like, the Jedi tells him, you gave Chancellor Palpatine emergency powers, therefore you should be the one to talk to him and tell them, he needs to do something about this. These there's no overlook over here. There's no union. You know what I mean? There's no like safe working conditions. So Jar Jar goes back.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, bounty hunters show up and start shooting up the place, and they escape, and they go back to Coruscant, and Jar Jar goes to Palpatine and says, hey, tells him about the planet, that the workers are overworked, and the planet's unstable, and blah 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 blah, and Palpatine's like, you know what, we do need that. We do need the coaxium because we have to prepare for threats. We need that because it'll we're building an armada, we're building an army, and we need that resource. But I will look into it. Jar Jar, you're becoming a very good representative, and kind of tells him to look into it. But it's Palpatine. You know the deal. So he goes back to the Jedi and says, hey, I talked to Palpatine. He says he'll look into it. He says, but now that I know what's going on there, as a representative, I will do everything I can to help out. And one of the things I want to help you guys do is set up the secret radio network. So earlier on in the comic, one of the miners were saying, we found a new mineral that has these crystals that have that work on a different frequency and radio waves. So we can basically have a new secret radio network, kind of like another internet, I guess, another means of communication in secret. So Jar Jar says, I want to help you guys develop that. I want to help you develop the secret radio network. Now, this is probably referring to that network that they were using in Andor. That where they were sending secret messages to each other, the Rebel Alliance, under the radar shit. So, is this book saying that not only did Jar Jar put Palpatine in power, did he give the means for the rebels to start doing their shit too? Who knows? So yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. It's pretty fun. It kind of taps into the sort of theme of people putting other people that aren't meant to be in power into power and kind of regretting it. Like Jar Jar.
Like Jar Jar. Yeah.
unbeknownst got conned into putting an asshole in a dictator in power.
Right.
So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, trying to read Jar Jar's dialogue, reading it is a lot harder than listening to it. Yeah,
I believe it.
but no, it's cool. Like it sort of redeems Jar Jar in a way. Yeah. He's been he's like he's a divisive. There's people who love him. There's kids who love him, and of course, he's also the most hated Star Wars character. But this sort of redeems him.
Right.
Not only from putting Palpatine in power, but also giving leeway or giving the lead to the Rebel Alliance. So in a way, he's also helping start the Rebel Alliance as well. So, I thought that's pretty cool.
Not only that, it not only redeems Jar Jar, it redeems Ahmed Best also. Not only because it gives him a cool character to play. Because everybody loved that guy, even though he only showed up one time in one episode. It was a cool ass episode. Then they had to do the research and like they're like, oh,
yeah, and he's popped up in
Jar
comics
Jar.
and stuff now, and he's just becoming a cool they've redeemed him, they redeemed the character, redeemed him as an actor because he got this is before the internet. Yeah,
right. He got shitted on, so he couldn't go to conventions. We were like, oh, you so big doo doo, all this shit like that. So now he get to play a cool
I'll
dude.
give this a 4 or 5. This was a lot of fun. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. I personally never minded Jar Jar. I knew he was, like I said, I'm old school. I came up, everybody, the older fans hated the Ewoks. I didn't, because I was 8 years old when I saw that movie. I didn't give a shit. Oh yeah, they're cute and cuddly. They're for the kids. So when I saw episode 1, this is the cute, fluffy character for the kids. I understood that, even in my 20s or whenever it was when episode 1 dropped.
Both characters were toy commercials.
They were toy commercials,
That's all they were.
and they were, supposed to sell toys. Jar Jar wasn't received as well,
right?
But a lot of kids who saw episode 1 as children don't mind them as much, and like I said, every generation they lock onto things that us old farts bitched about.
Right, because like I said, Star Wars is a kid's property.
Yeah,
George Lucas said it. This ain't me making it up. He said it. He made it for kids.
As adults, yes, we like Andor and all this other shit, but at the core, it's always been supposed to be made for kids. So. Yeah, so I'll give us a 4.5 out of 5. So. It was a lot of fun. I was this was my most high. Oh shit! When I saw this, oh shit! I'm gonna read that.
Right.
But
did it say how many issues it's going to be?
That's probably why it's not my book of the week, because I thought it was going to be an ongoing series. I was like, I will totally read the fuck out of an ongoing Jar Jar book.
That's bull. I thought this was like the beginning of something, man. I didn't know there was like a one shot to get this shit out the way.
I thought it was going to be an ongoing series, like the life and times, because Jar Jar gets laid. I mean, if you watch in the Clone Wars, the TV show, Jar Jar gets laid. He hooks up. He hooks up with with somebody. So I would be totally down for a Jar the further adventures of Jar Jar. I don't.
Yeah, they do, but it got to be both of them. It got to be a buddy cop.
Yeah, him and the Jedi,
like this.
Him and that would be dope. It writes
like that Jedi.
Like it could be like the bumbling idiot with the badass.
Yes, a buddy cop movie. They just going around from planet to planet to do that shit, just getting in wacky ass adventures. Both of them is a good buddy ass cop.
Stop, or my mom will shoot, or my Jedi will shoot, or something.
I don't know. Right, that type shit. He just get like Jar Jar gets him in trouble. He gets them out of trouble.
I do that?
There you go. Like, I don't know. Man.
Did Misa do that?
Right. This is easy money, Star Wars. Like y'all sitting on shit that could make you money, but y'all doing everything.
Yeah, I still ain't got. So, I still don't have my Boba Fett riding the Rancor toy. You dumbasses! What the fuck? Like that,
right?
Like I hated that show, but that's the only cool thing was Boba Fett riding a Rancor.
Right.
Why have they not released that toy?
Right, you would have bought that toy.
They come out with Andor figures. Like
Hell, it took them forever to get Baby Yoda toys.
And that's all they got is Baby Yoda.
They didn't think he was gonna take all that. Like, oh, yeah, what I'm saying, like when Christmas came out, when Mandalorian dropped, they didn't have any Baby Yoda toys for Christmas. They were like, that was the dumbest shit ever. Y'all should have had that shit ready to go.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Oh well. So, all right.
Sure.
Now, can I move to the next part of the podcast? I mean, next comic I'm going to do. So, yeah. All right. This is my last book. This is my Black Retro book. Now, this is actually a black superhero this time. This isn't me doing, Daredevil or some shit, but a black guy in the background or shit like that. No, this is Black Lightning. Not Rocket Racer. No, it's Black Light. Like I said, you can't get no blacker than that.
It's in the name.
So, yeah. Now, the reason, and this is old school. Yeah, it's in the name, Black Lightning. Like I said, you can't get no blacker than that. So why now? This is just Black Lightning. This is old school 1970s Black Lightning. We're going back in the day. So yeah. We're doing one of those books like that. Now, there's a reason I'm doing this. Because I want to talk about Black Vulcan. Now, I know nobody knows anything about Black Vulcan except Eli. Eli,
No,
can you tell me who Black Vulcan is?
Sorry.
What? Oh, you disappoint me. Okay.
It'll probably start coming to me when you start doing it.
Okay. This is Black Vulcan.
Is he the one that was, that dude. I was like, was he the one with the...
Yes, I know you know who Black Vulcan was. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So we're technically going to talk about Black...
Asian guy. Yeah.
Yes. The ethnic super friends or...
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
The DEI super friends. Give me a better name, Eli. We need a better name for them than that. But yeah, but we know why they were there. Okay, so I'm gonna name them. You got Apache Chief, Black Vulcan, Samurai, and El Dorado. Those are the three. So yeah, they all had crazy ass powers like that. But the thing was, it wasn't supposed to be Black Vulcan. It was supposed to be Black Lightning. But yes. But here's the thing. The reason it wasn't Black Lightning is because if they use Black Lightning, because every other of those characters are original characters. Black Lightning is a character from the comics. So the thing is, if they would have used Black Lightning, they would have had to pay creator rights to Tony Isabella, the creator of Black Lightning. But Hanna-Barbera didn't want to do that. So what do? Make a knockoff version of Black Vulcan.
The good old loophole. Fuck people out of movie.
The good old loophole. You gotta love it.
It's so, like AI.
So what happened was
AI of the 70s.
Tony Isabella. They're gonna find a way to fuck you over. That's what they're gonna do. So yeah. So what do they end up doing on this show? On this comic. So Tony Isabella basically quit the book. He quit the book, quit DC, quit Black Lightning because DC let them do that shit. But before he did it, in his last issue with Black Lightning, he made a diss comic about Hanna-Barbera and Black Vulcan. That's why I'm talking about this book. See, I didn't catch it when I first read it, but now after reading the context of it, what he did with the shit, it's plain as day what he was doing and why he basically said, fuck you, I'm leaving this book, because y'all basically stole from him without paying him. So, yeah. Let's talk. We're going to talk about Black Lightning number 12. Tony Isabella's... Now, when Tony Isabella left this book, he went to Luke Cage and wrote all that crazy shit about Dr. Doom owning $200 and shit like that. But we're here now.
I do remember that. You you reviewed that book.
Yeah. We do. That's where's my money, honey? All right. So let's talk about Black Vulcan. Okay. I'm sorry, Black Lightning. But we are going to talk about Black Vulcan also while we're in this. So yeah. Hold up. Almost. So let me get this. Make sure I get everything going. Okay, we're good. Okay. Damn it. I'm fucking up. Bam, here we go. Okay, so Black Lightning. All right, so the book starts off with, so it's kind of giving you an idea of what's going on. So you got two Black Lightnings, Trickster, and a giant elephant about to run them over. That's basically setting up what's going on with this. So yeah. So the main villain of the show, this comic is Trickster. So the Flash villain. So they arrested him, but the thing is, before they can try him for his crimes in Central City, they got to fly him to Los Angeles because he did some crimes in there also. So they're not going to do it, seeing what's going on the plane, and they realize there's a dummy in there saying, "Gotcha, suckers." They're like, "Oh shit, he escaped." So they say, "You need to come see this. You need to look out the window." Look out the window, and Trickster is running on air because there's a trick. I guess I don't know, like that. But technically, he didn't run on air. Actually, what he did, he stole one of Mirror Master's holograms and did that shit while he jumped out with a parachute. So while they looking over there, he's over here. That's what's going right now. So yeah. So he lands exactly what he wanted to. He basically had a stash box where he had his costume waiting for him. And he's like, you know what? Since Flash kicked my ass so bad last time, and I'm used to be in a trapeze artist, and I used to work for them. I'm gonna just go to the circus, man. I'm gonna just quit crime for a while, man. Just do this shit, you know. Matter of fact, they got the Buscema brothers in Metropolis. I'm gonna go to Metropolis and just be them for a while, and then get my training back up. You know, learn how to do all this shit again, and then I'm gonna go kill the Flash. So yeah. So and so he can walk on air. I guess that's not a power, but he built some shoes that let him walk on air, whatever like that. So now you got Jefferson Pierce, you know, talking to his ex-wife Lynn Stewart, and basically saying that he's supposed to take the kids tonight to see the circus because the circus. Okay, Black Lightning is in Metropolis back in the 70s. So yeah. The Suicide Slum version of Metropolis. So yeah. So he's there, but he's still like, how you gonna be in two places at one time, Jefferson? And Lynn shows him that Black Lightning was already scheduled to be at the circus. They're like, how the hell is Black Lightning gonna be at the circus? I'm Black Lightning, so he can't be there. So obviously I need to be there because obviously it's gonna be an imposter. So to make sure that imposter don't do anything or besmirch my name or cause some shit up like that. So Lynn, you take the kids and I'll be at the circus at Black Lightning to see what's really going on. So yeah. All right. So yeah. Oh, so for those who don't know, back in the 70s, the afro was a costume. It was a wig. So he put the mask and the wig on top of his head. So that's how nobody knows who he was. Like I said, Black Lightning had a big ass afro. Yeah.
Okay.
Black Lightning has a wig, right? Because he got an afro wig that he puts on. Not anymore, but back then in the 70s he did. So yeah. Now I'm gonna be Black Lightning and Black Lightning it up and shit like that. So yeah. Skip that. Okay. So here's where Tony Isabella gets meta with this shit. Because now you got this woman named Barbara Hannah. I'm sorry, Barbara Hannah. Or yeah. So yeah, Barbara Hannah is what her name is. So yeah. Yeah. So she's there and she's supposed to be doing security for this circus because they got this this diamond that they're making them do it. And he's like, don't worry about this. I have security for you, and the security I have for you is Black Lightning. Yeah, but it's like some chubby looking dude, like dumbass dude looking like they're like that ain't Black Lightning. No, it's Black Lightning. It's him. Don't worry about it. It's him. He'll protect you. He'll save you. He's a superhero. Like, but the dude has absolutely no powers with it. He's just a dude. You know, he used to play football, but he got kicked off the team for tackling his own quarterback. So yeah. So he's like a dumb man. He's like, I sure appreciate the talk to you, Miss Hannah. I'm not gonna let you down. You know, he talking all slow and shit like that. They doing all this on purpose. You know, yeah. So I'm gonna go save them and shit, Miss Hannah. You know, so basically, but Miss Hannah, Barbara Hannah, technically is gonna rob them blind tonight, and she's using a fake ass Black Lightning to do this shit. So it's all meta. So showing them a fake ass Black Lightning, she gonna steal everything. So he's doing the ring lights like that. Black Lightning say, okay, who the hell is this dumbass dude supposed to be looking like? That ain't me, you know. But he ain't doing any crime, so I'm gonna just sit there and watch him. Meanwhile, the trickster actually tried out for the circus, and he's good enough to actually just be in the circus. So he's just giving everybody a show, chilling, stuff like that, doing his thing. But he accidentally, quote unquote, falls. But right before he falls, he stops on in the middle of the air because he got those magic shoes, and then grabs the diamond and just runs off and shit like that. That's when Black Lightning goes to Ash like, "Hold up, Trickster, you ain't going no damn where." And Trickster's like, "Oh, another Black Lightning? Like, no, I'm the real Black Lightning. I don't know who the fuck this other guy is." You know. So then he hits him with a rubber chicken with gas in it because he's the Trickster. That's what he does. So yeah. And he whoops him so easily. He was just like, you know what, Black Lightning, I fight the Flash. You know, I fight pros. You need a little more training. Matter of fact, how about you go to Central City, talk to the Flash, let him teach you some shit, and then come back and fight me. Because right now you're not on my level. He was like, and then Black Lightning gets him and slams him against the pole and shit like that, knocks him out. But before he can Black Lightning can secure the diamond, he gets attacked by the fake ass Black Lightning. He's like, you not gonna steal nothing. Miss me ID, better gonna get diamonds again. He's like, you dumbass motherfucker. He's the bad guy. What you
I know
me
I
for?
shouldn't be laughing.
So Trickster grabs the diamond, tries to run off, but he can't run. Okay, but I'm just saying that's how he wrote it, man. So Trickster steals the diamond, trying to run off, but Black Lightning kind of stuff, but he's able to fix it, so he's about to run off, shit like that. Skip, don't care. And then Black Lightning, like, okay, I could talk this dumbass motherfucker into telling him I'm on his side, Vegas half, he just points the shit at him and just goes after Trickster, and knocks him into the other security guards, runs after Trickster, and Trickster hits him with crazy glue that freezes Black Lightning in space, and then he throws firecrackers at the elephant to kind of like freak the elephant out. So the elephant just starts stampeding everywhere right in the direction of Black Lightning. So now you got this cliffhanger going on right now with this elephant about to run over Black Lightning, but he can't get out. And he's like, he putting on his force field and shit like that, and hopefully it'll stop him, but it probably won't because it's a fucking elephant. And that's when the stupid ass Black Lightning, the real Black Lightning gonna try to kill him. I can stop that elephant. So he runs into him. For no fucking reason, he tackles the elephant, but it knocks him off course just enough where he bypasses Black Lightning, and then this Wranglers can kind of calm the elephant down, But meanwhile, the fake Black Lightning is knocked out, and he tried to wake him up and shit like that. Meanwhile, Tree's still getting away, and remember, Black Lightning is an Olympic decathlete, so he preps up the shield, Captain America's that shit, perfect throw, knocks Trickster out, the diamond falls, lands in Barbara Hannah's hand. And she's about to steal it, but then they realize, we know you're fake. This Inspector Henderson. Come with us. We know you made all this shit up so you can steal the diamond. So she gets arrested, and Trickster gets arrested. Meanwhile, the ringmaster just told Trickster, why are you stealing from me, man? I know you already have money. I would have sold you the circus. You would have been a millionaire just from that. You didn't have to steal shit. He was like, oh, well, damn. I didn't realize that shit. Yeah. So he picks up the fake Black Lightning just saying that, man, I'll never be as good as you, Black Lightning. I'm a coward. He's like, no, you're not a coward, man. You just tackled the elephant. Now, if you had that same courage in your everyday life, you would amount to something. You're like, oh, yeah. So they decided to go get dinner, and that's the book. Yeah. Other bullshit happened over there. So, yeah. Yeah. So that is the book. That is Black Lightning. Because, like I said, the fake ass Black Lightning is supposed to be Black Vulcan. Basically, Barbara Hannah invented a fake Black Lightning to replace him to rob and steal the corporation. Because basically, the circus is Warner Brothers. That's what he was doing. So that's the last book he wrote in the 70s. Quit the book and went somewhere else. So, and when I first read the book, I like, this book don't make no fucking sense. But then I read the metatextual of what he was doing. They're like, oh, okay. So yeah. So like I said, Black Vulcan this, it got to be the end, but yeah. And Tony Isabella does come back to Black Lightning back in the 90s and kind of continues the story, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, that's all I got. Like I said, just want to talk about Black Lightning for a second. So
did you give it a review or did you give it a score?
3.5 out of 5, because unless you know the meta context of it, this book is weird. Trickster's just a weird dude. I don't really know how he appeared more than one book. I mean, I don't know, like a bootleg Timo Joker, but not really, Yeah. But
I got Transformers number 29. And is this dope? Is this my book of the week?
I was like, this better not be your book of the week.
This is pretty dope, though. This is just one big battle. Decepticons, Autobots versus Decepticons, just a giant fight. So this is the Energon universe. The Image, Skybound, Transformers, G.I. Joe, crossover. They're all in the same universe. And picking up right where last issue ended, where Megatron killed Trailblazer and drank his energon out of his chest like a fucking robot vampire. Crazy shit, yeah.
Damn.
Crazy ass shit. And then so this starts off where fucking the Autobots show up. And Optimus Prime's like, you bastard, and goes right after fucking Megatron. And they just start bombing. They just start throwing down. Optimus Prime has his battle axe, and they're just chopping the shit out of each other, just beating the shit out of each other. The rest of the Autobots join in and start, murking on the Decepticons, and it's just pages of battle. Giant robots beating the shit out of each other. Mm-hmm. The Constructicons, they go and try to some of the Constructicons go to the Ark to free Soundwave. Soundwave, the Autobots had Soundwave in prison. So they go to the Ark and start fighting the Autobots that are there to try and free Soundwave. And in the meantime, they halfway form Devastator, but they only got like half of them, so like half a Devastator, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like missing an arm or some shit.
So half a Devastator. Yeah, so there's a big old battle going on. And then Thundercracker, who defected to the Autobots, you know, Megatron sees him. He's like, "You traitor." And he's right about to kill Thundercracker, you know, one of the jets. But then he has one of them glitch seizures and, you know, and basically faints or whatever, collapses. Now Megatron has been having these seizures. Now for millions of years, he was buried, and then he was found by Cobra La from the G.I. Joe, the Cobra Commander's mutant society that he was a part of. They found Megatron and have like kept him in a laboratory for all these years. So he's probably got some glitches or a computer virus. They were working on him and experimenting on him and his energon, trying to like harness the energy and shit. So he's not fully functional, or he's not fully, you know, he's got glitches basically. So he keeps having these seizures or whatever. So that's what happens. He's right about to kill Thundercracker, and then he kind of like and drops and collapses, you know. And then a Devastator finally forms, and they're right about to take on the fucking Autobots, and like, you know, but then bam, he gets blown away or gets taken out. And it's Alita 1.
Alita, wait.
No,
Are they
Alita
on
1 showed
Cybertron
up.
or
Alita
Earth?
1's
No, I'm saying,
No, they're on
but
Earth.
are they fighting
They're
on
on Earth.
Cybertron, or they're on Earth?
Alita 1 just
And
showed
Alita
up
1's
on
on Earth.
So that's like the last panel.
Huh.
Alita 1 showing up. All right, I'm here. I think it's time for new leadership. I'm taking over the Autobots. That's kind of where it ends. So Alita,
Well, damn.
yeah, has been
Okay.
on. So back to Transformers lore. We all know that there was the war on Cybertron. A bunch of Autobots and Decepticons took off. They left Cybertron, landed on Earth in the Ark, stayed buried in the Earth for millions of years until they woke up and started fighting in the present day, trying to, you know, collect energon, you know, to power themselves, you know, going after Earth's natural resources. Now, not all the Autobots left Cybertron. Alita, Ultra Magnus, like a bunch of Autobots stayed on Cybertron. Alita was one of them. You know, now in this comic series, the Energon universe, Alita hates Optimus Prime because he left. She feels like he left, and
Did they
I
used
don't
to
know
be
if
in
about
love?
love,
or-
but they used to be homies because they were like, you know, they were in the same crew. But Optimus Prime left and never returned. You know, she didn't know that he crashed.
Okay. Because, you know, in the old cartoon, that was like
Yeah,
his
and
one
then he
true love
crash
in the old
landed, and she
cartoon.
didn't know that he crash landed and stayed, you know, was out of commission for millions of years. But she hates Megatron, or she hates Optimus Prime because she feels like he left, you know. And now when he finally did return, he was basically trying to save Earth and not Cybertron. So she
Not
shows
Cybertron,
up
yeah.
and's like, "Okay, I'm taking over. Fuck Prime. I'm taking over." So she's pissed.
Screwing lover and all that shit like that.
So yeah, this was just a lot of fun. It's just action. The whole episode or the whole issue is just a big epic battle. You know, just giant robots beating the shit out of each other, and yeah, it was pretty dope. I'll give it a 4 point. Is it a 5 out of 5 or 4.5? I don't know, man. I'll give it a 4.8 out of 5. Fuck it, I'll get a 5 out of 5 too. 2 5 out of 5s this week.
Oh. Okay, but it's just Alita 1, not like the other.
Yeah,
she had a,
I'm sure
she had
she's got a
of her
squad.
own
It's
team.
just, let me see the last panel. Yeah, because
it was all
RC
girls.
was there. She's been she's got upgraded to a Magnus a couple issues ago, so she's there with Ultra Magnus helping KK. Yeah, it just shows her. Yeah. Prime's like, we can't let the Decepticons get away. No, leave them to rule this insignificant planet of mud. And then Prime turns around. It's long time you answer to me. And there's Alita, just one splash page panel of her. You know, so she's like, fuck Earth,
Damn.
fuck Prime, I'm taking over.
Okay.
So yeah, 5 out of 5. This is just, yeah, like I said, just all action. It's one of those you've been waiting for, like the big, you finally get the payoff, all this build up, and you finally get just an action issue, you know, and yeah,
Mhm.
probably the best issue so far of the Kirkman run, you know, because Daniel Warren Johnson, yeah,
That's right. Kirkman is doing it. Warren,
yeah.
he left, and now
So
Kirkman's doing
yeah,
it. So
yeah,
okay, yeah,
I'm still on this book.
yes. I guess
Yeah,
Kirkman,
he
he's gonna
knows what
kill
he's
it. You
doing.
know how it is. So yeah, right. All right. So anything else you got,
What
or
else did I read? I read KO. I read.
Mhm.
Oh, I read that new Deadpool. That was all right. There's obviously something going on in other books that I didn't know about.
Yeah, I was gonna read that Cyclops,
I
but I was
thought
like,
about reading
I
that
think I can
too,
wait
but
on
I'm
that.
like, I don't
I
know.
need to
Do I
wait.
really give a shit about the X-Men? Not really.
It had Eli. It had a great opening scene, man. You know how X-Men '97
Okay.
opened up with Cyclops. This book kind of mimicked that. It kind of mimicked that. Where Cyclops did some shit where a dude like snatched him up behind, and he was like, "How you gonna hit me, Cyclops? You can't shoot anything behind you." He's like, "Oh, really?" He bounced some
He
shit
Omega
off the
beamed him.
wall and hit the guy. I was like, okay, that's pretty fucking cool, man. Like he ricocheted off the wall and shit
That's
got him. So
cool.
yeah,
But no, I was
I
curious.
was like, cool. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No. I was just saying I should have got a
Oh
screenshot of it.
no,
But
I was
it's
curious
cool,
about
but
the.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, pull
No,
it up
fuck
because
that. I'm gonna
I'll
show you.
filibuster a little bit. No, I was
Yeah,
curious about the Deadpool comic. No,
yeah.
I was
Filibuster a
curious
little bit
about
what
the
I get. Yeah.
Deadpool book because
Uh-huh.
Benjamin Percy wrote it. You know, so I checked it out.
hmm
It's okay. I think he struggles with the humor. That's the thing. It's Deadpool,
Yeah.
so writers are shoehorned to make Deadpool funny. You know, you know what I'm saying? So he's trying to
hmm
show off that Deadpool humor, and it doesn't quite land when here and there. And obviously it's referring to other books that I haven't read. There's something going on that he's referring to, so I didn't really know what was up. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. All right, so I'm gonna just show you this real quick. I ain't gonna do a whole. I'm gonna just do a little quick thing of it. But yeah, so like I said, the X-Men doing some more bullshit. They attacking somebody like that. But basically they're fighting AIM. AIM was ready for them. So they hit them with some mind women jammy shit before they take them out. That's when they get hit by an optic beam, and then bam, this is what I want to get it. This is what I want to get it right here. You were like, okay, you got two options. You either rush at me or you can walk away and keep your teeth. What you gonna do? So of course they're gonna do their thing like that. Kill him, but don't take his eyes. I want to study him, shit like that. So that's some Cyclops. They shoot at him, he dodges like that, and then bam, hit him with the octobene, like hitting him, boom, 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 like that, shit like that. But then that's the guy jumps behind him, grabs like that. How you gonna shoot him behind your back, Cyclops? That's your weakness. Like, oh, is it? And then he was like, oh, you got me fucked up. So bam,
Okay.
that's the shit right there. He bounces it, ricochets it off the wall, and then bam,
cool.
hits the guy like that while walking off over. That's all I just want to show
So
you
you
that
didn't
shit.
read
But
it.
yeah,
You just saw the preview. Oh,
I didn't read it, but I was like, but that shit was awesome. That shit was awesome. I was like, I think I can wait on the trade with it. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
that shit was awesome.
And then I read the new Ninja Turtle. The
yeah,
Jin
but that's
Yun
all I got.
Wang Ninja Turtle run is still cool. Yeah, and then
Okay. Evil Splinter?
he's
Mutant?
disguising himself. Yeah.
I mean, he's already a mutant.
But
You
then
know.
I've been reading a manga lately.
Oh, that's
I
our
know.
rule, Eli.
That's why I wasn't going to review it, but I'm totally hooked. I'm like 5 volumes in. Well,
now you got to tell
it's
me.
Kaiju number 8.
What is it?
Yeah.
Is that the name of it, Kaiju number 8, or
No,
is
Kaiju
it
number
the
8.
8th issue of Kaiju?
That's what it's called.
See, that's why I can't fuck with manga, man. You weird ass. I'm pretty sure
But
this
I'm
is awesome.
5,
What you
dude. I
saying.
ended up subscribing to Show and Jump just because I bought the book. I bought like the first volume. I
Mhm.
read it. I was
Yeah.
me and my kid were at Barnes and Noble. He was grabbing a book, and I was like, I heard about this, so I grabbed volume 1. I read it. I'm like, wow,
Okay.
I want to know what happens next. So I subscribed to Show and Jump, and now I'm like 5 volumes in. Pretty.
Uh-oh. Eli, promise me you will not start on One Piece.
That wasn't my.
Don't if you start on One Piece, don't get into One Piece. If you get into One Piece, Eli, you're gone. I
Well, it
can't
doesn't
save
sound
you
like
at
I'm anything I'm into. Whereas like this kaiju number 8 is like a mixture of well, like Godzilla, obviously it's kaijus, but like Attack on Titan and One Punch Man.
Okay.
Like, so he's.
I ain't gonna lie. One Punch Man kind of fucking awesome.
Well,
man.
he's like he can turn into a monster, but he's still human size, you know, or like he's not like a giant kaiju.
Yeah,
he's like still like almost like a human size. So yeah, he ends up fighting a giant kaiju beast, and he can like punch him like with one punch.
Oh, like because One Punch Man be doing this shit too, like in China.
Yeah,
kaiju,
so that's what it reminds me of, a cross between One Punch Man and.
Oh, Eli, we talking about the AI. I seen some. Now this shit might give me on AI. I seen a AI live action reenactment of One Punch Man, like one of those fight scenes. That shit was fucking mind blowing. I was like, Hollywood, y'all in trouble. Y'all are fucking in trouble if this shit gets out.
Yeah, man.
That shit was so fucking epic, man. I'm gonna send that shit to you off the podcast. I can't show you go to podcast.
Well, that's where it starts, man. Hollywood rips off all the cool shit from the countries.
Right. Yeah. but the shit that I saw that AI video do, Hollywood can't do. That's what's like, they flat out can't do it. So I'm like, oh man. I was like, basically they took the comic and did it a live action reenactment, like scene for scene of it, man. That shit was, oh man. Hollywood don't want y'all to know about this shit, but yeah.
But yeah, I've been like had to put it down. I'm okay. I got American comics to read. Right. I will say this: I can see how addicting they are. They are so fast paced. That's what it's.
Yes, yeah. Like the way they read, like it gets you. Like they have that like, energy to them. When they read. It
lets the art tell the story. That's why I like read. I read 5 volumes of Kaiju number 8, and then I read DCKO. Every fucking panel's got words and text and shit. Like I'm a writer. I'm gonna write a bunch of words, and it's just text bubbles and bubbles like all over the page. I mean, man. They're overwriting the comics. Yeah.
All this word vomiting shit just
necessarily
on
overwriting the comics. But yeah. Yeah.
But like, manga shit just
I gotta put it down. I got American comics to read now.
Oh no, Eli, come back, Eli, come back. Don't go to the dark side.
Yeah. I got a Jar Jar Binks comic to read.
Shit.
So maybe I'll do a review.
But anything else we got, or
but I guess I'm past. They made an anime. And I guess I read.
Honestly, Eli, if you do a review on it and that shit catches me, I don't know, man. I might start that shit. I don't know.
They made an anime, and I read past the first season. So. That's probably why I don't watch anime, because it takes so long. Whereas like manga is just so brisk, just boom, boom.
Well, see, what the thing with anime is that like because a manga takes so long, they have to like put in these bullshit filler episodes, stuff like that. Well, the manga just flow, it just goes to it. They don't do that. Oh, I'm powered up for 5 minutes or shit like that. No, that's the anime padding the shit out. In the manga, it just do it.
So no, I'm tempted to check out the anime, but I'm like, or should I just keep reading?
Because I'm tempted to get a Naruto on show, but you say you subscribe to Shonen Jump.
Because they didn't have volume 2 at the bookstore.
Don't get me started.
So I'm like,
don't get me started. I'm gonna fuck around it.
It's only $3.99 a month, man.
Don't tell me that, Eli. Don't tell me that. Don't. Oh shit, Eli, you like a gateway drug, man. Get away from me.
What does it do? It's got really cool comics. Don't do it, man. You don't want to get into this, man.
You don't want to get into it.
It's got really cool storytelling and art, man. You don't want no part of this.
Oh man, you and Jim Lee. All right. All right.
No,
so, anything else we got, or okay? Like I said, easy breezy show. That's it. Let me address one thing also, Eli. I know you see the tag of my name on this podcast like that. It's actually like a little Easter egg, but I'm not gonna get into it. It's like an inside joke, but I do want to address something right there. Now, there's a lot of black comic, because like I said, it's Black History Month, and there's a lot of black comic creators right now that'll get into it on who's doing this and who's doing this like that. So now, Eli, for some reason, you have this rat beef going on with nerd black comic creators. Like, why y'all doing this bullshit, man? Don't start this shit right now, because everybody is looking at you, and it's not just like Rudy Poo motherfuckers, like, you know, us. I'm like the big motherfuckers, the big ones doing this shit like that. I'm like, people are looking at y'all, man. Y'all can't be going back and forth doing this shit and stuff like that. So, like I said, it ain't us versus us. It's us versus them. So we need to stop all that picking on who's blacker than this and all this shit like that. Stop all this shit, man. Yeah, that's all. All I gotta say, I'm not gonna dress. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not even gonna name names like we say we don't name names on stuff like that. But like I said, whoever listens to us listens to also. So. Right. Exactly. Besides, why y'all arguing all that bullshit? Fuck that. This is the Blackity Blackest podcast, nerd podcast on the internet right now. Anyway, ain't that right?
Yes.
Right. Yes.
I was gonna say something stereotypical that would probably got us canceled.
Don't be like the fake Black Lightning. You know,
you're about to do a Luke Cage quote.
Right. Sweet Christmas. No. All right. Until then, this is Leroy. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.